Hi everyone, it is day 42 of my live video, sorry, take two. It is day 42, I can't believe it, of my live 77-day video challenge. I just got back from my Christmas party, and yeah, I had a really great time. So I'm in Toastmasters, as some of you do know. We had our table topics today and I loved it. So the table topics, they were little gifts put into a stocking, and then attached to the little gift was your table topic for the night. So tonight I got the cutest rubber ducky ornament, and then it's got the table topic question: what's your description of an ideal Christmas? So yeah, I love that idea. I think it's a fantastic idea. So if you're in Toastmasters and you're thinking of a creative way to do table topics, what a great way. So you just put a little gift and the table topics attached to it as well. So what I'm going to talk about today, I was going to talk about Berlin, but I'm actually going to talk about that tomorrow, because I have had someone who has asked me a few questions. So I thought I would answer those questions, and it has to do with the German language. He asked me how I learned German, and if it was a hard language to learn. Yes, it is a very hard language to learn. It's a guttural language. German's very so it's a very guttural language. I was fortunate in that I grew up speaking German with my mom when we were living in Germany. However, when we were living in America, we would speak English. So we only seemed to speak German whenever we were visiting relatives, or if people around us could not speak English. If they could only speak German, then we would speak German, just out of courtesy and respect. So my German is okay. It's definitely rusty now, because I've been living in Australia for 27 years. And I did join a German group in Katoomba to practice some of my German. And, the people there were saying, well, my pronunciation is really quite good, but my grammar is not very good. But I do sound okay. So when I was living in Germany, I think once you're in the mix of listening to German television, having German friends, and visiting German relatives, naturally it does get better. So the time that I spent in Germany and lived in Germany, when I was around my relatives, it was quite good. However, sometimes you're in a bit of a bubble. You're in like a English speaking bubble, like living on the military bases and hanging out with your American friends. But because I had relatives in Germany, I was able to practice my German a lot. And of course, then with my next career that I had after the 2 years that I had in Germany, which I'll be talking about, and I'll be sharing those stories as well, I was able to speak German, practice that a lot. Yeah, so I think were the questions that my friend asked me. If German is a hard language, it is a hard language, but like anything, the more you practice, the easier it gets. And I did make a few German friends when I lived in Germany. They never wanted to practice their English on me. They just continue speaking German, and I spoke German with them. But now it's interesting. Now that I've gone to Germany recently, and everybody wants to speak English to me. So maybe my German was better years ago. I don't know. But yeah, so I thought I would just share that about my experiences of the German language. I think because my mom's German, and she spoke to me growing up. However, we didn't speak German all the time. So, and my father was Filipino. So they spoke to each other in English. So I think that's why we spoke to each other in English, of course. But there you go. So I thought I would just share that. I've just come from my Christmas party. So Blue Mountains Toastmasters Christmas party, and I also wanted to share this fantastic little gift I got that was part of our table topics session. So I love that idea of sticking a table topics on a little gift. So thank you, Jason, for that idea. And I've answered those questions because my friend Daryl, he's asked me about me learning German. So I hope I've answered his questions, and if not, you just ask me again, and I'll tell you. So if you have any questions you'd like to ask me, go for it. Not a problem. Tomorrow I will be talking about a little bit about Berlin, the experiences of living in Germany during the late 80s and what was happening at that time. I'll also share my experiences when I was a lot younger and we went to Berlin, the experiences we had traveling into Berlin on one of the duty trains, which was really quite interesting. So I look forward to your company tomorrow. This is day 42 of my live video challenge, Heart and Soul with Evelyn, and I look forward to your company tomorrow.